basically just going to be talking about my future in golf content.
Video clip, I'll link it down below. I'm not going to play it, but it was essentially him sitting down with the guys talking about his plans for GM Golf heading into 2023. And one of the big takeaways was that he wants to upload less. And this is me kind of paraphrasing, but a bit of a protectionism towards Good, a bit of a need to work and put his efforts there to grow that brand.
Recently, I was on a Good podcast and I said how I was going to be uploading less to GM Golf, which 100% at that time was the complete truth. That was very fresh after Micah and Grant had left, and my first thing, I guess my first natural instinct at that time is kind of, it's time to put full focus to Good.
He talks about wanting to do that again so he can put more time and effort and focus into Good, but also to me what sounds like almost a little bit of like creator burnout type conversation. A lot of the things he's saying in here are very identifiable burnout cues. He's saying that he wants to create less content on GM Golf. He wants to not worry about title thumbnails. He wants to just upload what he wants. He wants to just enjoy the content and not care about views. This is definitely a bit of a red flag for a creator burnout type situation.
Slightly that, yes. I want to put a lot of focus to Good, and then it was slightly some burnout. Recently this winter I experienced some burnout on GM Golf.
So I mean that's interesting, I guess. So very much like predicting that creator burnout situation, which is, again, all creators go through this. This is not a problem. This is not whatever. This is a very normal thing, especially with everything that these guys have gone through. Like, I think that's the thing you guys need to remember and be sympathetic to, is like the tumultuous nature of the last, 5 months for Good, from the leaving of Grant and Micah to the signing of Callaway to the redesigning content to bringing new people on and all these things. This takes a huge toll on you, and that's part of the reason why I was kind of able to identify the burnout cues with Garrett kind of earlier on, and it is a very predictable arc for content creators in these kind of situations, and it's one you've seen. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because I've seen this many times through other creators and other big creators. One of the other common things you see during this journey is these what's next videos, is these kind of like direct talk to the audience, what you can expect now going forward. And so obviously seeing Garrett put one of these out and address his burnout and address kind of everything that happens, I mean, again, I think it just shows a lot about how much he does care about you guys, the audience, and how much he does care about making quality content for you. Because I don't think any creator who genuinely likes doing what they do on the platform and isn't completely sick of it would ever start to create videos, like he said in that Good podcast, that don't care about title thumbnail, that are just for the creator, that aren't specified trying to do well in the algorithm, which aka means they're not engaging an audience. Like that might be like an initial thought during the burnout phase, but once you recognize it and you're able to identify, oh, that's just burnout, that's actually not what I want, you take a bit of time off like Garrett did, you're then able to kind of refocus your efforts and come back stronger. And I think that's what's happening here. He made a lot of good announcements in this video. He talked about the fact that he's going to be starting a match series with Luke Kwan, which I think sounds super fun. I mean, honestly, watching him and Luke Kwan do stroke play content together, the two most serious golfers in the group, that's super exciting. He talked about how he's taking his golf more seriously personally, and the fact that he wants to try to, play in tournaments and do these things and kind of take his channel more towards a player development type channel versus just like a spectacle challenge type thing. Me personally, that's the type of content I really like. I'm much less so into the group content, into the challenge content, and much more into the individual stroke play content. That's just what I like to consume, but that's for each of their own. But I think it's very interesting. I think it makes a lot of sense in kind of where he is with the channel right now. He has a lot of opportunities to do what he wants and really create the content he wants, and I think it's a different value prop to what Good has. If he's just making the same content that Good's making, challenge-based stuff, group-based stuff, collab-based stuff, it's not as exciting. But if he's doing something very different, this individual journey, this stroke play, something more centered around him, I think that's something that's going to provide value to us as the audience. So I think it's obviously a great way to shift focus. But honestly, the more we hear come out of the Good camp, the more we hear these guys talk about and open up and be honest, I think the more we start to see how much Grant and Micah leaving truly did impact these guys and impact this group. And I don't think it's something you can shy away from talking about. I really think it has had a massive impact on this and thrown a wrench in it, probably more so than they expected. And I think, talking about the fact that they're adding a handicap to the Good majors, like that in and of itself was just such a signal of like their most successful pieces of content are now struggling because of the discrepancy in golfing abilities in the group. And that's something that now they're combating with a handicap system, which is great and it's fine, it's no problem. But I think these are the unforeseen things that they did not foresee when Grant and Micah decided to leave. So I think all of this has culminated into not only the burnout, but also the refocusing. And that really shows how much Garrett cares about his audience. I know sometimes you guys joke around about how much, I'm always positive about these guys, but like, they are where they are for a reason. Garrett is where he is for a reason. And although we as creators will struggle and go through things and have ups and downs, it's all about how you come out the other side. And listening to him talk in this video, it's very positive. It's very optimistic. It's very forward focused. Good is obviously on a rocket ship, and I think GM Golf has the opportunity. It already is pretty much next to Rick Shields, the biggest individual channel on the platform at 850,000 subscribers. Like, he can probably pass 1 million on his own channel if he really puts that effort in, and I think that's what he's going to be doing. So I personally am looking forward to the content. I like the format of what's going to be going forward, and I think it was an interesting announcement, a very real conversation from the guy. So wanted to update you guys on that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.